Hi everybody and welcome back to Osu's Cold Open Cup. We hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Block Party and I'm joined by Sparky. How are you doing, man? Well, are you excited
Um,
to be back?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. Excited to be back once again after a short little break. A little bit of a risk of this match not happening. Thankfully, everybody involved was able to get online. Might have been a case of oversleeping. It is the weekend after all. Can't help it sometimes, but we are here. It is going to be Polish Capybaras going up against Nyoomers eSports. The warm-up was already done as the stream was getting set up, and we are now past the rolls. It looks like
And
Polish
we're
Capybaras winning that
already
one.
getting through the bands. Looks like Never Want to Be a Hero is gone. Man, what a shame. I personally like that map,
I
but
like that
it's
too.
a ban.
Yeah, and Hybrid 2, Dashi gonna get removed from the pool as well. Don't blame him. The LN complexity in that chart can definitely put some people off. But with that being said, Rice
We're
3 and Rice 2 are protected, and Faraway is gonna be the first pick in this match.
It looks like at a star rating of 2.75 and with the length being 3 minutes, this map is not to be underestimated.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely some technical rice patterns that can throw you off, coupled with some interesting LN patterns. Maybe not as densely packed together as something like Dashi, but definitely something to give you a bit of pause if you're not expecting transitions. So, as it stands, Polish Capybaras staffed by MP Versich and Fasty, two-man squad, guys to play everything whether or not they want to or not. And Nyoomers eSports gonna have Ethan, Willow, and Rukairi. Pretty formidable Taiko squad. Gonna be dipping their feet into the realm of Mania for this matchup. Again, another losers bracket matchup. So a lot on the line for these two teams as we get this first map underway. Best of 7 first team, 4 points will be punching their ticket to the round of 16. The other going home.
We're already seeing a few accuracy drops from Fasty, already at a mid to low 99%. That necessarily isn't good, but there's still a lot of map left.
Yeah, the early 300s really lead to some swaying in terms of overall accuracy, and as we dive deeper into the map, gonna balance out just a little bit here as we see a bit of a back and forth going on. We got Ethan standing strong, 99.9% accuracy for them, highest in the lobby so far. Next closest is Fasty, followed by MP Vershix and Willow bringing up the rear, trying to lend their supporting score to Ethan to try and keep them in the lead as we get into this first drop. Second quarter of the map upcoming, and it is Nyoomers eSports in the lead off the back of Fasty and Versich, finding a couple of 200s in the transition, but Willow finds
Will
the break.
drops. Oh, as we saw earlier, the score went back and forth, but it turned to Team Blue's favor. But as we saw with Will dropping, it now turns back to Team Red.
Yeah, for the moment, but right now there are quite a considerable number of 200s being dropped by Fasty, damaging their accuracy down into that 98 range as they try and hold on here. Just a couple of bad releases, maybe trying to hold on for the combo over the overall accuracy, and it is paying dividends so far. That 400 combo cap really coming into consideration as we take a bit of a break going into the back half of the chart. It is Polish Capybaras in the lead for the moment.
Yeah, as we're getting to the back half of the map, I definitely see some 98s on the board. But we have one of each team holding on to that 99 and a full combo. It could be anybody's game, but it looks like it's in Team Red's favor right now.
Yeah, but now Willow gets brought back into the conversation, back up over that 400 combo cap, and with a higher accuracy than Fasty. Right now it is just off that miss, keeping Polish Capybaras in the lead going into the last quarter of the map. There is still another section here that could throw either of these teams off if they're not ready. A couple of rolls to work with, everybody handling them relatively well. A couple of 200s coming out in the transition as we get into This is a little bit of a drop section. Last sliver of map left to go. It is still Polish Capybaras in the lead.
And as within the last few seconds of the map going by, we've definitely seen a few greats across the map playing, and a few more greats from Willow. But as it stands here, this point will go to Team Red.
Yeah, unless we have any last second drops here, but and how they did it
Fasty drops, but that won't do it.
Is there enough time?
But that won't do it. That miss did not matter.
Oh, that was dicey though. There towards the end, one last slider break. I think if Willow had had just a tiny bit more overall accuracy, might have made a bit of a difference there, but not to be. And Polish Capybaras hang on to take their first point here.
Though, as we're seeing with the top board right here, it looks like they have 2 instead of 1, and so hopefully that'll be fixed.
Yeah, just the little LEDs on the scoreboard. It's like a really old school lights burning out.
But I promise you, nobody's light is gonna be burnt out until the very end of this match.
Yeah, and the good thing is for Nyoomers eSports, that was Polish Capybaras' first pick here. An opportunity for them to try and notch a point on the board themselves. Hopefully our referee isn't confusing anybody in the lobby. Power has not gone out.
Looks like from our referee, everything is under control. Hopefully that'll remain like that for the rest of the stream, and Nyoomers eSports is now getting the pick.
Yeah, there's a couple things that they can probably go into here. I imagine some of the
like
rights.
They're taking their time with the timer now starting. I wonder what they could be talking about. It could be anything.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe wondering what's for breakfast here. But ultimately, they do need to throw out a pick relatively soon. They do have the LN pool to go into, something a little bit lighter. I mean, some of the lighter rice might be on the cards as well.
Looks
they did.
Like they have chosen rice too as their pick.
Ooh, okay. So something a little bit faster here. Probably gonna see Ethan stay in for this pick. Wonder if we're gonna see Rukairi come in or if Willow's gonna continue on here.
And I can definitely tell this is one of the more interesting picks of the map pool, with a star rating of 3.28 and with it barely being 2 minutes. Everything will count here.
Yeah, it takes a pretty decent time for it to lead up to the main bulk of the chart, but when it starts, it really gets going. And if you're not ready for the BPM change in this song, it can really take you for a bit of a ride.
Definitely. I've seen across the match that many players are getting surprised even by the BPM change, so you have to be ready for that, or you have to prepare to lose your accuracy, which could cost you the point.
Yeah, for sure. And it looks like we're not going to have any substitutions here. It is going to be Ethan and Willow for Nyoomers eSports, Fasty and MP Vershik coming in for Polish Capybaras as we get underway. This introduction, relatively straightforward. Definitely don't want to find yourself dropping anything under a 300 in this opener. As we continue on through this first quarter, we already see a couple 200s coming out.
And Willow has dropped down to a low 99%. They have to get this next part and make up their accuracy to hopefully turn the tides.
Yeah, still in that calm section. This is really going to be where it kicks off.
And we've already seen a few grades, and it's already seen quite a bit of accuracy drop. From MP Vershik already dropping down to a low 99%, Ethan still holding on to that nice high 99%. Meanwhile, Fasty is at that mid range of 99%. Hopefully, there's a lot of map left as we're going to the back half of the map, so there's still some time to make up that accuracy. And we're already seeing people drop down to 98 from Fasty.
Yeah,
Definitely.
This map does lend itself to a couple of transitions that can be very shaky. Fasty finding a couple of 50s on that one jump shot section going into the flams, able to hold on to their combo. Very importantly, it could be a test of consistency, but for right now, both Ethan and Willow holding it down through this first half, going into the last quarter of the map, a pretty substantial lead at the moment.
Yes,
As it
and
stands,
everybody's currently holding a full combo. It could be anybody's game, but Team Blue's lead is amazing. Especially with that 98.45-46 from Fasty, that will definitely tank your score.
yeah, for sure. It's definitely one of those maps that I think Polish
And
Capybaras
their
wanted to
accuracy
avoid.
is... Oh, and Fasty misses, dropping down to a 97 and missing again.
Yeah, the stamina might be going here. Willow does eventually trade it back here. Ethan does drop as well.
But those misses don't matter, and Team Blue takes a point, and now we are tied.
Ethan, what is that score? 991k. I dare I say they missed the very last note of the map.
It was almost an SS, but if they would have just held on a lot longer, that score would have been just insane. But still a very good score. Remember, this is a 5-digit tournament.
The running joke here. And it looks like Ethan missed, what, 8 notes from the end?
Oh, yay.
And it looks like Rice 3 is going to be on the cards for Polish
Already.
Capybaras. And that is a protect from them, so they probably feel really comfortable with this chart. It is going to be Termination of Desires coming out here for them. See if they can right the ship a little bit, or if Nyoomers eSports might have found their way into this match through the Rice pool.
This is definitely going to be a more interesting pick of the match. It's barely at the borderline 3-star, and with it being 2 minutes and 25 seconds, and with a BPM of 144, this will definitely be an interesting pick. And hopefully Team Red could turn the tides and gain the lead.
Yeah, as it stands, both teams winning their first picks. It's really going to come down to who can find that first crucial break point, lest we find ourselves at a tiebreaker situation. This is now effectively a best of 5 between these two teams.
And this is going to be a very fun match from what I can tell. Both teams have their strong suits. We could have a potential tiebreaker, but it's too early to say.
Yeah, the good luck have funds come out. Just double checking to make sure everybody is ready before we get on into this third map of this best of 7.
What good fun have from our referee. Truly a model to live by.
True. And as we get underway, this map definitely an order of magnitude lighter than Whispers of a Distant Star. But still, it's going to be a pretty decent test when the jump streams do start to come out. Pretty
And we're
broken up.
already seeing a few accuracy drops, with Willow already dropping down to that mid-range of 99%, but Fasty and MP6 holding on.
Yeah, they'll start to even out as this map progresses. It might just be a couple of early 300s, lowering it overall, but nothing to write home about just yet, as now as we make it into the second quarter of the map, we do see a bit of a lead getting eked out by Nyoomers eSports at the moment. Both their players holding strong in that 99.8 range. Fasty next closest to contest, 99.74 for them, but MP Vershix maybe found a 200 before this transition into this really mellow drop as they try and climb back up into that 99.6 range. It is a couple thousand points. All players able to handle a couple of Fricky bursts, if you're not too careful, can definitely drop some accuracy on them. As you can see here, Fasty falling from their purge, maybe found a 200 on the transition going into the back half of the map. Willow also falling victim, falling down into that 99.6 range, but very importantly, all 4 players holding on to their FCs. And as I say that, Fasty falling victim to pretty nasty commentator's curse. I am very sorry for that, Fasty.
Yes, and you are right to apologize, as you dropped them to a low 99%, but it's not over yet, as we're getting into the third, fourth point of the match. Anything could happen, but we need to see something from Team Blue in order to turn the tides around.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to need to be a drop from either Ethan or Willow to try and turn the tides of this map. But right now, the overall accuracy from Nyoomers eSports is outweighing that of Polish Capybaras. So even if either of their players were to drop, I mean, we saw it in Whispers of a Distant Star, they picked up this hefty advantage towards the end, and we saw Willow and Ethan both lose their FCs at the very end of the map, and it really didn't make that much of a difference.
And we're already seeing a few greats at the end, which will definitely seal the deal. And just like that, Team Blue will be our winner and get this point, and as well as the lead. Well done.
Yeah, crucial break point
One
there.
great from Ethan. Great.
Very good run overall. What is that, 1-to-7 ratio, 1-200? Maybe you want to look at that in the replay just to see where it happened. One of those moments where you're playing the map and you look at the results, it's like, where did I pick up that 200? But nevertheless, it is enough to take the second point and the first break point in this match, setting up Nyoomers eSports.
Frame by frame analysis to see where the 200 came from. We may not have to do that, but we will.
What is it? When the production value goes up and we start paying the staff, we can have instant replay. But for right now, Nyoomers eSports up to pick an opportunity to make this a match point situation. I imagine something Wicked Cross or Valscotch are going to come out. I don't think they're willingly going to pick into the LNs where Polish Capybaras seem to have a bit of an accuracy advantage over them.
And as we've seen chat, one day staff will be paid, but that day is not today. So no instant replay. And we're already getting into long note 3, a very interesting choice.
Okay, maybe wanting to avoid a potential toss-up with how hard Valscotch and Wicked Cross are. And it might feel like Okairi might be the lesser of 3 evils in the LN pool. Or at least something more straightforward that they can maybe potentially catch out Polish Capybaras on.
And definitely looking at this map, accuracy will count. Every 200 and every break will determine the score.
Yeah, for sure, especially with how light some of these LN charts can be. It really highlights the accuracy discrepancies. Maybe not early on, but as we make our way into the back half of this chart, maybe the last third as well, those counts really start to add up, and we can see leads grow quickly out of control just because of those early mistakes.
As we see the good luck have funds being exchanged, we're gonna get into our next map of the match. Hopefully we can see some interesting plays here, with this being a long note map.
Alrighty, so getting on into it. That is going to be a very interesting introduction. We're going to see some wild fluctuations through the intro. We can already see Fasty starting off in that low 99% for just a brief moment before catching up to everybody else. Not a long map by any stretch of the imagination, clocking in at just under 2 minutes. So it's really gonna make a massive
And
difference. And
Fasty drops the combo, giving a further lead to Team Blue and dropping down to 98%. And with
yeah, that.
MP Worsix at the mid 99, something will happen to this. And
Ooh,
MP
Versus.
Worsix drops combo.
Ooh, those
Oof.
are. Yeah, those are ones that you want to have back. That's one of those instances where you just hit escape, retry, but unfortunately not going to be the case here as Fasty finds another break.
And
Maybe,
another drop.
yeah,
And that
not
will
able to.
definitely. And Willow drops, and drops are going across the board.
So as the dust settles a little bit here, as we make our way into the last third of the map, it is Ethan standing with the Seoul FC in this lobby. Everybody else getting caught out one way or another, trying to coordinate the rice in between all these LNs. It does prove to be a tricky task if you're not used to
And we
hitting
already
those
have
releases.
somebody dropping down to a 96%, and Willow drops again, already dropping down to a borderline 99, and Fasty drops once again, further
Yeah.
sealing the deal as we finish this map off. And such an amazing lead. And just like that, Team Blue takes third point and match point.
Yeah, match point secured for them. At the very worst, going to tiebreaker. I think they actually have had experience with the tiebreaker losing in the round of 64 on the tiebreaker there to bring them to this situation. Hopefully they can try and close this out here and avoid that situation. But for Polish Capybaras, if you look at that performance, maybe a little bit worried. Maybe now you have to pull something that you're not comfortable with out of the bag to try and
Definitely. And those
keep.
7 misses and 27 200s are definitely going to stick out. Next
Yeah.
pick has to be amazing. It has to be an amazing pick. Or Team Blue just. And we're already getting into long note 2.
Okay.
An interesting choice from Polish Capybaras, seeing how well they did on the last map. Maybe they want to redeem themselves.
Yeah, this one definitely a little less coordination focused, at least for a majority of the map. Definitely a lot of rice to kind of buoy the accuracy a little bit, and it's really going to come down to, I feel like, the last quarter of the map to separate who really understands their LN fundamentals and who is just trying to like hang on for dear life here.
Hopefully we don't see anybody hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, we want to see some close encounters between these two teams. Already had some pretty wild back and forths, harkening back to Hybrid 1. And we can see the MP start command come out. We are going to get into this 5th map of this best of 7 Nyoomers eSports on the cusp of a round of 16 berth. Polish Capybaras backs against the wall a little bit here. Need to get a breakpoint back and win this pick as well to force the tiebreaker to try and keep their tournament run alive here.
But it would be very interesting to see a tiebreaker. As we're seeing the score going back and forth, it is possible.
Yeah, still under that 2-minute mark for this map, and I feel like just coordinating the LNs, making sure you're not chopping off some of the LN tails is going to be very important, as we see MP Vershix having a much stronger start than in LN3. Fasty lending their support right now, but the overall average accuracy from Nyoomers eSports keeping them ahead for just the brief of some moments, both of them hovering in that 99.6, 99.7 range on average.
Accuracy drop from Willow, and that turns into Polish Capybaras, and Willow misses, and that's further going to seal the deal. But we are already seeing some drops to 99, 98, and that's definitely going to do it. But MP Worsix holding up their team and carrying the baton to victory as we're getting to the back half of the map.
Yeah, 99.7 for them. Fasty doing everything that they can to hold on to their combo. I mean, the damage is already being done with Willow finding that unfortunate 50, able to hold on to the combo for a brief moment before finally losing it. And as we make our way into the last quarter of the map, I mean, that last quarter is definitely a little bit harder to coordinate. If anybody from Polish Capybaras were to drop, could see a wild photo finish here at the end as we make our way into The real coordination test of this map, and Fasty finds the
Fasty
drop, and there's a
drops
lot of
again,
200!
Oh, this is so close. And
Oh,
Willow
traded
drops
back.
again.
Oh,
We're
now
in the
it's
last
between
few
Nyoomers
seconds of the
versus Ethan.
match. Anything
And-
could happen here.
Gotta watch these last notes. Watch the release here. Oh, it's inside
This
200
release.
points.
Oh,
Oh
it turns
my
the
God!
TV at the last second. Just
How
like
many
that,
points is
they are.
that? That is
Wow.
13 points.
No,
13
13
points.
points? That is insane. That was
God.
such a close match. As we see, our referee is stunned as we are. This was an
Oh
insane
my
match.
God.
Oh my god.
That is why every single release matters.
That's we see.
As that difficulty spike hit, we saw Fasty struggle to coordinate those LN releases, just dropping in accuracy, but Willow trading the miss back, giving Polish Capybaras the tiniest bit of a lifeline, and they managed to hold on to make it 3-2.
Now for the strongest feeling ever. I have a huge feeling that tiebreaker is possible here.
Oh, I don't want to say it just yet. I'll wait until the result of this last pick comes in.
This last pick is detrimental. This could either win Nyoomers eSports the match or initiate the tiebreaker.
Yeah, it's a lot on the line here, but thankfully they do have the opportunity to make the decision here.
And they have chosen Rice 5 as their pick. And this will be the final pick of the map, and this will determine everything.
Yeah, this is the most important pick of this match so far. Oh my goodness, this is one of those moments where you just need to shake it off.
Oh,
like
it was one of the most
your opponent's pick
picks of the map. With a star rating of 3.06 and a length of 2 minutes and 31 seconds, everything is on the line. Basically, everybody's holding on a lifeline right now.
This is a very nervy pick. This is a very technical chart. A lot of places where things can go absolutely out the window if you're not paying the utmost attention. Definitely one of the more physically demanding picks in this pool. Gonna come down to whether or not Ethan and Willow can hold on to their nerve and basically show off the little bit of Rice prowess that they have over Polish Capybaras.
And with the luck, good fun happening exchange, we're gonna get into the final pick of the map. This could be a detrimental score. This will determine everything, and they have to play their utmost best, especially Team Blue if they want to take home this victory, or Polish Capybara is going to come back and initiate the tiebreaker. And knowing Nyoomers eSports lost the tiebreaker before and got sent to losers, anything can happen.
Alrighty, so underway, the 6th map of this best of 7. A lot on the line for these two teams. Nyoomers eSports a chance to clinch a spot in the round of 16. Polish Capybaras needing to win this to force the tiebreaker, and at the moment
Scores going back and forth, with Lil and Fasty having that mid-range of 99%. But everybody's at that mid-range now. It's basically equal, but then Fasty drops below that 50%. That 99.50. That is definitely going to do something.
There's a top half versus bottom half battle, MP versus Ethan, Fasty versus Willow right now. As it stands, both Nyoomers eSports players.
I see a few greats on those long notes, dropping Fasty to a low 99%. If they want to initiate the tiebreaker and save themselves, something has to happen.
Yeah, but right now these accuracy drops from Fasty really making the difference here between these two squads. We have seen though that they have had the consistency over Nyoomers eSports in certain regards, and that has been what's led to some of these points being won from them. But the lead is growing in favor of Nyoomers eSports as we make our way into the back half of the map. That being said, it does get a lot trickier from here. You gotta make sure you handle some of these broken up bursts.
And we're seeing quite a few greats from Fasty, dropping down to a mid 98.
Yeah, but very importantly, holding on to the full combo, and that's really all you can do if you feel like you're being physically outmatched by your opponents. Hopefully you can catch on to a mistake from the other side. And as we make our way into the last drop here, last quarter of the map,
and
Fasty
drops!
drop!
And that will probably seal the deal.
Yeah, last second 1-2 boot as well. That could be the window of opportunity closing on Polish Capybaras and their tournament run here as we make our way into the outro. Both players from Nyoomers eSports still holding on to their full combos here. MB Versus is doing everything in their power to try and make a difference here.
There's just not enough map left. And Fasty drops again, going through the finish of the map. And just like that, Team Blue, Nyoomers eSports, is the winner of our match. Wow. This was an interesting match, let me tell you that. But with this being a loser's bracket match, we're gonna have to say goodbye to one of our teams, and that team is Polish Capybaras. They played so well. I was actually shocked, on the edge of my seat. So were our referees and our audience.
Yeah, for sure. That was a very intense match at times. A 13-point victory to
That is
keep.
insane. That is
Yeah,
definitely something to flex about, in my opinion.
for sure. But with that being said, again, congratulations to Nyoomers eSports.
Congratulations. They managed to save themselves from the tiebreaker, but we're gonna have to say goodbye to Polish Capybaras. As with a lot of teams in this tournament, they played very well. They put up a very strong fight, but alas, it wasn't enough. And looking at the bracket here, we're going to be seeing who they're facing. Sparky, if you will.
It's going to be Quench Double Raspberry Gum against Nyoomers eSports in the round of 16.
I love Raspberry Gum, actually. A very interesting pick of a name.
Yeah, some of the names here are top notch. But
and it looks like our next match is from an hour from now. Hopefully you guys will tune into that. It's going to be fantastic.
Yep, and on top of fantastic, it's going to be Phantasma going up against Tanaxi. It's going to be a double header. We also have Hanafuda no Ronin going up against Nepka Hunters as well at 18 UTC. And then after that, we're going to take a little bit of a break and then come back with the final match of the round of 32 weekend. It's going to be Fresh Chicken Nuggets going against Makaba Cat Enjoyers. So
unfortunately, this is where I end today, but you guys will definitely see Sparky next week. So I hope you tune into her.
For sure. On behalf of us, we hope you guys have a wonderful break, and we'll see you guys in about an hour. Have a good one.